Fill in the xy table for the rule y equals 3x plus 1. Then graph y equals 3x plus 1. And then I give you a hint. What does a complete graph include? Look at your notes. We took notes on that. Make sure your graph is complete. All right, so let's first fill out this table. So we have y equals 3x plus 1. I like to start with 0. If I put a 0 in, I just get 1. I'm going to hold off on the negative since you guys don't like negatives so much. I'm going to plug the 1 in. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Oh, look, this is our growth. So I could just keep adding 3. So here's going to be 7. We can double check that, but 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1. So to get this one, I would subtract 3, negative 2. Let's make sure we have 3 times the negative 1 is negative 3, plus 1 is negative 2. We're good. All right, now we need to graph this, and we had lots of problems with the graph. Complete graph. First of all, I need to know what's my x-axis, what's my y-axis. Then I need to come up with my scale. I need to go from negative 2 to 7 on the y-axis. The x-axis is pretty simple. So let's make sure that there's 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to make my y-axis go by ones. All right. My x-axis I could go by ones, or I could make every other one 1. I think I'll do that just to spread it out a little. So here's 1. Here's 2. 3. I need to go to negative 1, right? Negative 1 to 2. I have negative 1 to 2. I just went a little further. This is a number line. So if this is 0, positive goes on the right, negatives go on the left. I had quite a few people make that mistake. Negatives have to go over here. This is 0. On the y-axis, if this is 0, positives are up here, negatives are down here. Maybe we need to put a little positive and a negative. Over here we have positive and negative. Maybe that would help. So on my y-axis, I have to go up to 7. So each of these has to be 1. So I'll make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's important. Down below, all right, since I already labeled up that way, the scale remains going down. So I don't really need to label that. You just have to make sure that the person looking at your graph knows what's happening, okay? Each one of these lines is 1 unit. Here, each one of these lines is a half a unit, right? So 1, 2, 3. You just have to make sure that the person reading your graph knows. So the first point, I have negative 1, negative 2. So we go to negative 1 on the x-axis and then negative 2 down. And then I have 0, 1. So 0 on the x-axis, I don't move, but I go up 1. And then I have 1, 4. So I go to 1, 4. And then I go 2, 7. My line is a straight line, right? Those dots are in a straight line. If your dots are not in a straight line, you did something wrong with a linear graph. I'm going to go ahead and connect those dots. Arrows on both ends. And then we label the graph with the equation. And that is a quote-unquote complete graph.